So I've got the truck all packed and ready to go. I've got a lot of stuff I'm taking because some of it's to last for the whole month. So the majority of this is food because I don't know what kind of food is going to be available while I'm out there. Yeah.
Archaeologists then discovered an even more interesting tomb. It contained two skeletons buried head to head.
Hi, it's Jones and welcome back to my channel. Today is Saturday and it's my first day off after a long week of doing archaeology in the desert. Now what I'm doing is CRM archaeology, which is cultural resource management. And a lot of what we do is archaeological survey. So basically that's just walking back and forth in straight lines across an area looking for archaeological resources. And right now I am in the Mojave Desert area on Fort Irwin doing that archaeological survey, and it is literally just walking back and forth in the desert looking for things that aren't there. There are a few things that they already knew were there that we are re-evaluating, which means we find them, look at them, determine whether they have any integrity left or not, which means is it still considered a site? Is there anything left? Because everything out there has just been completely run over by tanks. So we have located a few of those sites, and some of them were still in decent shape even though they had been run over, but a couple were just completely gone. Like we couldn't find anything left of them. And I personally have located 3 new sites, which is pretty exciting because we've only located 3 sites total and I found all of them. Well, they just happened to be on the transect that I was walking, but at least I caught them. I didn't miss them or anything. And sometimes we find what they call isolated finds, which is basically like 1 or 2 artifacts, but it doesn't constitute a site. While we're out here, it has to be at least 20 artifacts within a 20-meter square area to constitute a site. So I found 2 lithic scatters, which means that some ancient person came along, sat there, made a tool in that site and left all their debris behind. We didn't find any what they call diagnostic artifacts, which would be like a projectile point, what a lot of people refer to as an arrowhead or a spear point, something like that, something that has a certain style to it that we can identify. Mostly what we're finding is flakes and expedient tools, so a sharp flake that they would have used as a knife or a chopper or something like that. So that's pretty much what we found. I've been tracking everything on my Apple Watch, and it has been crazy because every day we have done 10 to 12 miles, and that's about 23,000 to 25,000 steps. I've never done that many steps in one day. Even last year I thought we were doing a lot of walking, and on a good day it would only be about 15,000. I think the highest was about 17,000, and I thought that was a lot. So I have been coming home with blisters on my feet. My feet are so sore at the end of the day, and I've been doing a lot of yoga for feet, for tired legs, and that's really been helping a lot. So yoga, yeah, real important when you're doing archaeological survey if you want to take care of your feet. So I'm here in the hotel room in case you couldn't tell. It is Saturday morning and I have the day off finally, but we only get one day off this weekend, even though it's Memorial Day weekend. And I just woke up thinking this morning, like, how are they gonna manage that? How are we gonna be working on Monday when there's probably not gonna be anybody working in what they call range control to give us passes to get into the area that we want to get into, because it's a restricted access area. It's actually kind of cool. It's a deep space communications complex, NASA, and nothing going on out there, which is why we're doing survey right now, because they're not really using the area, but it's kind of cool. Of course, I brought a lot of food with me because I am vegan and trying to eat healthy and lose weight, and I didn't know what kind of options were going to be out here as far as groceries. And on base, all there really is available for us is fast food. There's a commissary, military grocery store that we can't use because we're not military. There's no real restaurants. There is a Starbucks and then like Pizza Hut, Burger King, stuff like that. And I never eat fast food. I wouldn't want to eat fast food every day. So we did stop in Barstow on the way in and found a Walmart. It was a really big Walmart, and they had the things that I needed to supplement what I brought, because some veggies and stuff I didn't bring because I only had so much room in my cooler. And then last night we went to Vaughn's in Barstow and got a few things. I needed some more veggies and I had run out of bread and cereal and stuff. But for the most part, I brought a lot of food, and I think I'll do pretty well for the month with what I brought. So I'm glad I did that. But I had also brought a camp stove, like a propane camp stove, because I didn't want to have to cook everything in the microwave, and I didn't know if they had a grill outside like they did in our hotel last year, which they actually have 2 grills here, but every night there's a bunch of Army guys out there grilling up meat, and I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to be cooking my food alongside a bunch of meat. So when we went into town last night, I went back to the Walmart and got a 2-burner stove that I can use in my room, so I don't have to cook everything in a microwave. I'm getting really sick of that. I really like to cook real food. I don't normally use the microwave a whole lot, so that'll be nice, and I'll show you what I cook up. Okay, so it took me a while to decide what I actually wanted for breakfast this morning, since I actually get to cook. I have time and I have my new stove, so I decided I was going to make some polenta. I just cut up some of these discs. I'm going to fry them up, and I'm making some of these instant refried black beans, which I love for traveling. They are so easy, and you don't have to carry a bunch of cans around. And I'll top it with some cheddar style shreds by Dea and some veggies. I have some of the last of a box of spinach that I brought, and I bought a new bag, so I need to get that out of the fridge. And I have some organic bell peppers. I'm going to slice up some of that, and some green onions, and I'm going to saute all that and put it on my polenta, and that is going to be my breakfast. It's working! First time using my hot plate, and I got some polenta frying up. I'm going to saute some veggies. And over here I've got some of those instant refried beans. I heated up some water and I've been letting them soak, and now they look like they are ready. I love these. You got to add a little bit of salt to them to give them some flavor, but they are so good and so easy. So here is my final product. I've got all those great veggies, bell peppers, spinach, onions. I threw in a little bit of garlic powder and tamari, and there's those polenta rounds underneath with the refried beans, a little bit of Dea, and some nutritional yeast, and I am ready to eat. I'm starving. Oh my god, it is windy as hell out here today. We have done about 7 miles desert tortoise. I can't see it in the camera.
Very cool.
There he is. Oh, hello.
Was he out when you saw him?
No, he was in.
There's some burrows over there. One of them has a baby. Ah! Just spilled water on myself.
Oh, I love him.
Oh, so cute. Wild burrows.